Eduardo wants to change the calendar entries and the capacity of the machine department according to some newly introduced work shifts. Eduardo verifies the current capacity per working day for work center number 400. For work center number 400, Eduardo verifies the current shop calendar code used to calculate calendar entries. Eduardo assigns a new shop calendar code to the machine department. The new shop calendar code reflects a new work shift calendar setup. Eduardo reviews the shop calendar working days for shop calendar 1. Eduardo changes the shop calendar code to 1. Eduardo then updates the calendar entries for the new shop calendar setup. He notices that the work center calendar entries have changed from 900 to 480, and he also needs to calculate the calendars of the assigned machine centers according to the change in shop calendar use. Eduardo uses the Calculate Work Center Calendar batch job to define the available daily capacity in the calendar entries. He could use the Recalculate Calendar batch job in cases where changes have been made to the actual shop calendar code or work shift. You can use the Calculate Work Center Calendar batch job to update the calendar entries for a work center whenever any changes in customer demand or production occur. With this feature, the manufacturing functionality simplifies your handling of changes to capacity requirements. Eduardo has been informed that due to a breakdown in machine center number 110, there is a risk of overload and some tasks might need to be reallocated to another machine center. Eduardo opens the machine center card window for machine center number 110. Eduardo verifies that some planned, firm-planned, and released production order tasks have been assigned to this machine center. In the Machine Center Task List window, Eduardo has an overview of all tasks, production orders, assigned to the machine center. Eduardo moves the planned production order task number 109001 to machine center number 120. Eduardo checks to see if the planned production order 109001 has been moved. Finally, Eduardo verifies that the planned production order task has been moved to machine center number 120. In the Machine Center task list for Center 120, Eduardo can see the task 109001 that was moved from the Machine Center 110. The manufacturing functionality allows you to easily allocate tasks to another machine center or work center using the Move function. With this function, you do not have to run any batch jobs or refresh functions. Eduardo has been informed that the painting department has received and installed a long-expected new painting robot. The painting robot is a great investment for the company, and a decision has been made to make sure that the painting robot gets assigned a finite loading constraint in order to assure that no machinery breakdown occurs. Eduardo wants to see the current load values for the new painting robot. From the Machine Center card for the painting robot, Eduardo can access the information about its load values. Eduardo reviews the load values for the painting robot. Eduardo looks at other machine centers for load variations. Eduardo opens the Capacity Constrained Resources window to add a constraint on the new painting robot. Eduardo adds a new Capacity Constrained Resources line for machine center number 320, taking into consideration a decision to implement a maximum load of 85% and a dampener of 5%. Eduardo wants to refresh an existing production order for the constraints to take effect. But first, he verifies whether the production order number has any reservation entries to be refreshed. If it does, it is necessary to cancel them by using the Cancel Reservation function, and then refresh the firm planned production order. In this case, Eduardo can see that the firm planned production order number has no reservation entries. No refresh is required. The finite loading feature within the manufacturing functionality of Microsoft Dynamics NAV enables you to constrain resources that are somewhat limited in time or capacity in production. The constraints that are set up on a resource are automatically implemented for all new production orders forward. However, an existing production order needs to be refreshed for the constraints to apply. We have seen Eduardo go through his daily tasks, taking action where needed and making decisions pertaining to his role. The manufacturing functionality is easy to use and can be customized to meet specific business needs. It can be fully integrated with other areas of Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2009. With the manufacturing functionality, it is easy to set up and handle items, manage capacities. It saves a company's time and enables it to handle the planning and execution of demand when going through normal manufacturing business processes. For more information, please contact your Microsoft representative.